Postgame Show. I am Tommy Krysan. Glad to be here. Glad to have you there. LSU, a little bit sloppy, few mistakes, but they end up getting it done. They win 19-3 over Mississippi State to move out to 7-1 and set up what everybody's been looking for, and that is LSU and Alabama on November 3. Do want to make mention, Buddy Sanji, not behind the desk tonight. Buddy's okay. He's had a little something come up. I'll handle it with your phone calls, your text messages, all that good stuff. We'll do it for you here on the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. Do want to tell you to give us a call at 225-928-4910. The text message line is 504-689-9246. Be happy to hear from you. We're going to get your calls and your text messages. We will get reports from Tiger Stadium. Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com and Ronnie Rance of Sports Shorts Radio and Sports Shorts TV. That comes up a little bit later. Probably the story of the game, right behind the fact that LSU won it. Devin White ejected for targeting in the second half. He must sit out in the first half of the Alabama game on November 3. Going to try to check to see if there's any way LSU can appeal that. I'm not sure of the answer to that, so we have to get the correct answer for you, and we'll try to do that. Maybe when we talk to Brian Lazar, he may know. Maybe somebody else can let us know the information as we roll on tonight with the Pelican Sports Post-Game Show here on Facebook Live. We're on the TV, we're on the radio. TV will repeat Sunday morning, 9 a.m. and 10:30, back-to-back airings. We want to get right on over to the phone lines. Frank is in Baton Rouge. Nope, he's not there no more. All right, we welcome your calls at 225-928-4910 or send a text message. We got some text messages flying in. Let's see what we got here. Only Devin White hit the quarterback with his hands, not his helmet. Cannot beat Alabama with field goals. He did use his hands. His helmet hit Fitzgerald's helmet when you look at the replay. That's why the call was made there. Another text message, what do you think of the targeting call? I thought it was shoulder and clean. You got to look at the replay. His helmet made contact with Fitzgerald's helmet. It was probably deflected a little bit, if you will, by his hands hitting the chest area of Fitzgerald. But then when his helmet hits the other helmet, they're going to call that. Now, here's another one that says, did not lead with the helmet. That's correct. He didn't lead with it, and maybe that's a grounds for appeal, but there was contact. Says, do you think, another text message, do I think it was targeting? It could have went either way. Unfortunately, they called it on the field, and it was upheld by the review office over in Birmingham. Here we go. We got to save those helmets for the purple jerseys. That's a whole other thing. What did you think of the helmets, the jerseys, the uniforms? Great story behind those uniforms. We talked about that on Tigers Raw the other night. Great story behind the uniforms. So all of that's happening here as we're going to roll on, flying solo tonight. Let me see. We got some people now. Let's go to Patrick in Houston. Patrick, you're on the postgame show. How are you?
I'm doing terrific. I'm so sorry Buddy's not on the postgame.
Buddy is okay. He's had something come up, and don't worry, it's all good for right now, and I'll fly solo tonight. Okay.
Well, the call was geared more with Buddy, but the two comments that I have is it's just ironic that the only score that Mississippi State had was from Jace Christman. He went to the local high school here in Houston that I live near, Memorial High School of Houston. That was kind of interesting. And the second comment I wanted to make is that LSU used to, Buddy Sanji on his shows always talked about how rain doesn't favor LSU. In the 80s and 90s, Buddy would talk about how it never rains in Tiger Stadium. Is it true anymore? But LSU, and this is kind of like a very trivial thing, has done very well in the rain, and I think it's been since you have to go back to 1999, the Florida LSU game, that LSU really got beat in the rain, or the Florida 2003 game, it rained. But LSU has a very good record in the rain in Tiger Stadium in the 21st century. That's the comment I want to make.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to not rain in Tiger Stadium, but that's kind of been blown out of the water. Appreciate that, Patrick. Thank you.
Thanks.
And I'm getting a message on Facebook Live. There is no appeal on the targeting call. That comes from a person who's watching us on Facebook Live. I know this person, not going to say his name on the air, but he apparently has heard that. Maybe that question has already come up on some other show or whatever. We'll double check that, but right now, that's what I thought was the rule, but I wouldn't have bet more than a Diet Coke on it because I was not 100% certain. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Frank's in Baton Rouge. Frank, you're on the postgame show.
Hey, TK, how are you tonight?
I'm hanging in there.
All right, my man. It was sloppy, but it was a good game. I mean, but the big headline is Devin White getting ejected. And he's going to be able to play against Alabama, which you know is real strong.
No, that's costly for LSU, to say the very, very least. And again, we've got a report that there's no appeal on that. We wondered that here at the station before going on the air. When it first happened, one of the first comments out of my mouth was, uh-oh, he can't play first half against Bama. For some reason, that popped in my head. But we'll get clarification. But as far as we know now, there is no appeal-type process where they can look at that tape again and change it. So,
well, they need to study that because it wasn't really a vicious target.
No, it was not. And so then you get into the spirit of the rule, or you get into the letter of the law, cross T's, dot I's. And, I thought the commentators on the game made a good point. Do you have a targeting one or a targeting two? I mean, Devin White did not rush the quarterback with the intent to target. I firmly believe that. But when that helmet hits the helmet, even though his hands tended to, to hit first, that flag's going to come down.
Oh, yeah, that's the rules. I mean, his helmet did hit.
Yeah, his helmet hit Fitzgerald's helmet. Go ahead, Frank. A little bad connection with Frank. Frank, are you there? All right, we got Frank missing it out there. Okay, it says, how is shoving a player targeting? He did lead with his hands, and again, you're going to see that replay about 10,000 times in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days, actually. And we'll do our best to get every angle we can for you on Tigers Roar next Wednesday night when we're over there at Scoreboards. All right, before we go to break, Scoreboards, Coursey Boulevard, 10655, just to the east of Airline and Coursey. Tomorrow, Sunday, tailgating barbecue, all you can eat, chicken, sausage, ribs, potato salads, beans, rolls, all day long starting at 11 a.m. They'll have NFL on. The Saints don't play till 3:05 tomorrow on the road against Baltimore, but they'll have other games on. They'll put whatever you want on the many TVs, the big video wall by the sound stage. Scoreboards, got an express lunch menu coming for you next week. You can get a quick lunch in and out at a very good price Monday through Friday. We'll tell you more about everything else. A great way to keep up with Scoreboards is connect on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They'll post everything like crazy there. You'll know what's going on, whether it's the tailgate and barbecue on a Sunday and many other things that are happening there. A lot of TV shows are going to be there. The plan is to have this show there after the Alabama game. What a night that will be, right? Got other shows there. Sports Update with Kate, the Roger Kadar Show, Tigers Roar, much, much more coming. Sportscaster contest. You want to be a sportscaster? We're going to have a contest. That's coming in November. A steak night's around the corner. Lots of things happening at Scoreboards. Follow them, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, 10655 Coursey Boulevard in Baton Rouge. Let's get to a break. We'll come back to the text messages and the phone lines right after this pause. LSU wins 19-3 in Tiger Stadium. I'm Tommy Christ, and you're watching the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. Stay with us.
Hubby, can't wait for tonight. Where are we meeting?
Tonight? Date night? Oh. Find sushi restaurant.
Let's try wasabi sushi.
Route to sushi.
The destination is on your left.
Play our song.
Pioneer in-dash systems with Apple CarPlay. Get yours installed today at your local Mesa retailer.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Desire in your eyes, but you can't keep it in your heart. 'Cause misery loves company. 'Cause misery loves company. Cold and hungry like a dog in the street. I get a raw deal every.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com. Continue with the Pelican Sports Postgame Show here on Pelican Sports TV, CBS Sports Radio, and Facebook Live. Appreciate you being tuned in tonight. LSU wins 19-3. They were favored by about a touchdown. They got the job done. We talked about it all week on radio. Got to walk off the field with a win. They did that. Now there's the open date. Alabama coming to Baton Rouge on November 3. We should find out Monday that it's a nighttime kickoff. We'll let that announcement come on Monday night. The phone lines and the text message, everything's blowing up about the Devin White deal. It's our understanding that there is no appeal process for that. We will have Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com from Tiger Stadium on in about 45 minutes. He will join us. We'll also get Ronnie Rance from Sports Shorts Radio and Sports Shorts TV. As they do each and every week on the post-game show, they will file a report. So tragic to lose White for the first half of the Bama game. But the best player in the defense is number 9, Grant Delpit. He has certainly stepped up. Here's a text message. You can't beat Bama with field goals. Good point. I agree with that one. Strange. Why did the ref make Fitzgerald leave the field after the targeting call? I don't know. I didn't see if the ref made him leave. I know the kid from New Orleans came in to play quarterback, the kid out of Landry Walker, but I don't know if the ref made him leave or he left on his own or the coaches pulled him. I'm not sure exactly of that. But again, we're getting a lot to say that, that call was garbage. It was awful. It was bad. I'm looking at some of the messages. It is what it is. Again, we'll double check to see if you can appeal that. I don't think you can. We've had a few messages now that said you cannot appeal that. So another text message here, didn't see Kirkland on offense tonight. Coach O had talked about maybe doing that. Hey, this open date comes at a great time for LSU. They've played 8 straight football games. That's a grind, okay? It really is, on everybody involved. I'm sure Coach O is going to give them some time off, get away from it a little bit, and then next week, of course, they'll turn all their focus to Bama. Bama won convincingly today in Knoxville. That wasn't even close. Tennessee is just bad, but they did beat Auburn the week before, so how do you figure all that stuff? Just when you think you know how to pick these games, you'll find out that you truly do not. So that's what we got. The phone number, 225-928-4910. Text message line, area code 504-689-9246. The Milwaukee Brewers must be losing this game. And the reason I say that is my cousin Steve from Milwaukee is watching me. So I don't think he must have had enough of the Brewers and whatever's going there in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. So anyway, that must be the case there. I'm trying to keep up with it all, doing all the texting. It's 5-1 Dodgers. Okay, that might be why Steve in Milwaukee's watching me. But anyway, I'm trying to keep up with the text messages, the phone calls. We want to hear from you. What did you think of the targeting call? Again, I don't think it can be changed. All right, and let's move on from that. LSU wins 19-3, only allows a field goal. The rain played an effect on the game. Some of the crowd left. Stadium was packed when the game started. I got a report that it was about 90% full. That means there were 90,000 people there. Campus was pretty crowded. Of course, we had some afternoon rain, and then the rain rolled in during the game. That affected the play of the game, and, of course, the fans. And don't go buying ponchos out at LSU. They're far too expensive. You bring your own poncho if there's rain in the forecast. And, obviously, we have no idea the forecast for 2 weeks from Bama, but there's going to be 2 weeks to talk about it on radio, television, internet, social media. 2-week buildup. And Ohio State, last time I looked, was getting whipped today. They're down 21-6 by Purdue. Ohio State, the number 2 team in the country, down 21-6 Purdue. It's still about 13 minutes to go in that game, so I guess anything could happen. If Purdue hangs on and wins that, and even if Ohio State comes back and pulls it out, expect LSU to climb out of that 5 spot, and then you're going to have Bama's going to stay number 1. You're going to have a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4 matchup, and probably should be 1 versus 2, because truly LSU has the best resume in the country. They've beaten 3 top 10 teams. Nobody else can say that. Nobody else can say that. Okay, so we'll see how that happens, and neither LSU or Bama will lose next week. We do know that. All right, phone number, 225-928-4910. Text message line, it's jumping a little bit. Area code 504-689-9246. Let's see. I'm reading some of these Facebook Live messages. Picking on my picks. Because a week ago I went 0-5, but I went 4-1 this week. You see, you never know. It's like throwing darts. You got to be lucky. But anyway, we'll send you my picks. I mean, remember, you get what you pay for, and they're free. How about that? Let's take a break, come back. Let's light up the phone lines. Let's light up the text messages. Let's have some fun here on the Pelican Sports Postgame Show again. Buddy Sanji is okay. He's just had something else come up, and he's not able to be with us tonight. I can promise you he wishes he was here. So it's all good, though. There's nothing wrong with Buddy. Please keep that in mind as we go forward. And, of course, we'll update you, and Buddy fully plans to be here in a couple of weeks. And as I told you a little bit earlier, the plan is to do the post-game show on November 3 live from scoreboards. Okay, a lot of other stuff happening over there. It's growing and getting bigger and better each and every day. The plan is to move that. Got the open date next week. No post-game, obviously. So we'll want you to join us for a huge, long weekend getting ready for LSU Alabama at scoreboards. Let's take a break, then we will come back and take some more phone calls and text messages. Let's mix it up right here on the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. Tigers win 19-3. They are 7-1 heading into the showdown with Alabama in 2 weeks. Stay with us.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience of our company. We're going to show up on time, we're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows is honored to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
The Accord Eye Clinic has moved to a new office, just minutes from the old office at 8280 YMCA Plaza Drive, Building 9. Dr. Shonda Accord and her staff welcome patients of all ages, including children and adults. They have a wide variety of frames and sunglasses, including Maui Jim. The Accord Eye Clinic features modern instruments and state-of-the-art technology, including digital retinal scanning with Optomap, hard-to-fit contact lenses, as well as professional care and service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Call for an appointment, 225-767-EYES, and visit the website, visionsource-br.com. The Accord Eye Clinic looks forward to seeing you.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
continue with the Pelican Sports post-game show here on Pelican Sports TV, CBS Sports Radio, and, of course, Facebook Live. Appreciate you no matter how you're accessing the program. Don't forget, we are going to Tiger Stadium in a little bit for some live reports. Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com and Ronnie Rance of Sports Shorts Radio and Sports Shorts TV, as they always do. Phone number 225-928-4910. Text message line, area code 504-689-9246. For those of you just jumping on, Buddy Sanji is okay. Just something that's come up. He couldn't be behind the desk with me tonight. So I'm flying solo. Give us a call. Send us a text message. Here's a text message right here. Purdue's now up 28-6 over the second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. That means LSU is going to move up at least one notch for sure. All right, here's a text message. LSU fans, please don't entertain the pipe dream of beating Bama in 2 weeks. You know, I saw a lot of stuff during the game on social media about one friend of mine out of New Orleans put something up, said, hey, the LSU fan, he's not an LSU fan, he's a Bama fan. He said, do you really think that team, as he's watching LSU beat Mississippi State, can beat Alabama? Well, I'll say this. If you look at what Bama's done, especially offensively, you look at LSU at times has looked really sharp and not. You would think maybe Bama's going to win the game, and I expect Bama to be about a 13 or 14-point favorite. Now, many other people are far better at setting points lines than I am, but I'll take a stab. I think Bama's a 13 or a 14-point favorite. You can chime in with your thought on that if you want to. All right, and then here's the other thing. I said it on the radio all week long while I was over at Scoreboards. We said it on Tigers Roar TV, which is obviously Wednesday nights. LSU has shown signs of being a championship caliber team, a team that can win the West, a team that can win the Southeastern Conference. And then if you get in the playoff, if you can win 2 games, anything can happen. So I said it all week. If they are truly a championship caliber team, they beat Mississippi State as they did tonight. You got to walk off that field with a win. You had the big win over Georgia. You know, and I cited the example back in 1997. LSU beat Florida, #1 team in the country, and then the next week they lost to an unranked Ole Miss team in Tiger Stadium. So I brought that point up. Others did too. And so when you look at that, they had to follow this up with a win over Mississippi State. Reminder, Mississippi State beat LSU last year by 30 points in Starkville. Now they got a different coach, different players, and I know some of that year-to-year comparison stuff is a reach. I'll agree with that. I'll give you that. But the bottom line is LSU had to win the game. They did win the game. I also said it shouldn't be a question in the fourth quarter, and it was not. We'll get to some stats a little bit later, some team stats and some individual stats. So LSU gets it done 19-3 over Mississippi State. Text message, again, that number is 504-689-9246. Text message. Just seems ironic Devin White gets called for targeting when the replay officials sit in Birmingham, Alabama. You knew that was coming. The SEC offices are in Birmingham, and there are lots of people, some of my colleagues in the media, that just can't handle that. It's in Birmingham. What are you going to do about it? Okay? But this targeting call is going to be a huge topic. And again, it's to my knowledge, there is no appeal process. We will double check that as we go forward as we can. All right, here's another text message. Purdue 28-6, that game. Let's see what's left in that game. About 10 minutes. So I don't know if Ohio State can come back on that one. Bama can punch players, and we can't push a player down. I can't argue with that. That Bama guy was on tape punching people in that Missouri game, and a penalty flag was not dropped. Now, Nick Saban suspended the guy for the first half this week, but that was an internal thing. That was an Alabama thing, not an SEC punishment. It's unfortunate, things like that. We all go back to Patrick Peterson. He wasn't out of bounds on that interception. I mean, we can go on and on and on. So the thing to do there is get so far ahead of Alabama, if possible, that refereeing doesn't matter. Don't let the referees be in a position to have an effect, positive or negative, on you. But hey, it is what it is. The office is in Birmingham. It's not going to change anytime soon, I don't think. Certainly not going to change this year. Bottom line, it's going to be the biggest game in Baton Rouge since they beat Florida, because Florida was number one. Was Florida number one in 2009? I think with Tebow and them, with Hester and all that. I'd have to look that one up. But anyway, certainly in the last 10 years, the biggest game to be played in Baton Rouge will be on November 3. Okay, tickets are going to be through the roof. Thousands of dollars for tickets, especially on the secondary market. Bama's going to bring a lot of people. LSU, we'll get an injury report from Brian Lazar and Ronnie Rance when we check with them in a little while. LSU, I didn't see anybody that might have got injured, but of course the big story is Devin White, ejected during the second half by rule, sits out first half of the Bama game. That is huge. He is one of the best linebackers in the country, much less the Southeastern Conference. Phone number, 225-928-4910. Text message line is area code 504-689-9246. We want to hear from you on this Saturday night. Don't forget, this is a 90-minute program, and TV replays on Sunday morning, 9 a.m., 10:30 a.m., back-to-back airings on Pelican Sports TV. And we'll pin the Facebook Live video up on the top of the Pelican Broadcasting Facebook page for those that want to check it out, too. Many people watch that after the fact. And again, no post-game show next week. Open date for LSU. There's no Ed Orgeron press conference on Monday. Very little will come out unless, and I'm sure he has said something after the game tonight about the targeting call, but catch all the local radio guys. We'll have everything, Jordy Hultberg, Buddy Sanji, myself for you during the week. Once again, LSU wins 19-3. Phone lines are open, 225-928-4910. Text message line is area code 504-689-9246. We'll be back with more. I'm Tommy Krysan, and you're watching the Pelican Sports Postgame Show on Pelican Sports TV, listening on CBS Radio, and connected social media on Facebook Live. Stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Remember what these trips were like before you put the screens in the back seats?
I don't want to think about it.
Are we there yet? I'm hungry. Where are we?
Go, go, go. That game should keep them occupied.
Oh, yeah. Dad. Oh, in your face.
Don't make me get back there.
You don't need a new car to have new technology. Mike's Audio, conveniently located on Airline Highway near the corner of Bluebonnet.
Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Live and play on your special day at Greystone. Create lasting memories in our newly remodeled reception hall at Greystone Country Club. For reservations and information, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with the Pelican Sports post-game show. Tigers win 19-3. That's your final from Tiger Stadium. A little bit of rain, actually a lot of rain came down, flushed a few people out of there, but the campus was packed. Big crowd on hand. What'd you think of the new uniforms? The helmets, huh? Yeah, it is what it is. I think the players liked it. They were fired up, and there's a really great story behind the design of those uniforms and helmets and the silent season of 1918. I'm not going to give it all to you right now, but if you're interested, go to the LSUsports.net website, read the story behind it. It's quite cool. It's actually really cool and interesting. All right, here's a text message on the text message line. Nick Fitzgerald completed 8 passes to his own team and 4 passes to LSU. Yeah, there you go. Here we go. What is overshadowed by the Devin White ejection, yeah, I'm glad somebody brought this up, is the 30 yards of penalties by the celebration on the defensive backs. You can't do that. You can celebrate, but you can't do a planned theatrical event. Hopefully Ed Orgeron cracks down on that. That was 30 yards of penalties on top of the 15 on Devin White. And then a couple players showboating a little bit after that. You got to tone that down. If you're a championship caliber team, which I think LSU is, I believe they are based on what we've seen through these 8 football games. You can't do that. Yeah, you're excited. You're emotional. Football's an emotional game. I never played it at that level. It's a very emotional game. I get it. But you can't have 45 yards worth of penalties on one play. And, you know, the targeting, okay, that's 15 yards. We can argue all night. His hands did touch first, but there was helmet-to-helmet contact, and it is what it is. But the other 30 yards of these guys that were just showboating it off, you can't have that. There were other mistakes made by LSU tonight. Rashard Lawrence lined up offsides a couple of times. They finally called it. Ed Orgeron wasn't real happy. Had a sideline warning on LSU. Ed Orgeron wasn't real happy. I think one of the things he'll do in this off week is clean up all that BS. Clean up all those theatrics, okay? You can't have that, okay? You have to act like a championship team, act like you've been there, done that, you expect to win a game. And I'm not trying to be critical on a team that's 7-1 and going to be ranked either 2, 3, or 4 in the country. My opinion, they should be ranked number 2. But with that comes not getting 30 yards worth of celebration penalties, not having a sideline warning, not lining up off sides. As I look at some of the stats here, let's look at the team stats. LSU had more first downs, 17-15. Mississippi State had more rushing yardage, 260 to 239. Passing yardage was 59 for Mississippi State, 129 for LSU. Total offense, Mississippi State had more, 260 to 239. LSU had minus 15 yards in the second quarter, if I remember hearing that correctly on the radio. Rushing yardage, Mississippi State 201, LSU 110. Both teams were penalized 5 times for 53 yards. Of course, 3 penalties for 45 yards for LSU in one play. So you take those 3 away, and Coach would be happy with that. Mississippi State, 4 turnovers. They threw 4 interceptions. LSU had 1 turnover. I want to say that's the first interception all year thrown by quarterback Joe Burrow. So bottom line, though, LSU did win the game 19-3. And Joe Burrow, 16 of 28, 129 yards. He did have the 1 pick. On the ground for LSU, Nick Brissett, 17 carries for 57 yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 16 carries for 46 yards. The only touchdown of the night came with Nick Brissett on that run after that early turnover. LSU receiving, let's see, he had 8 different guys caught balls, led by D. Anderson with 3 catches. Also, Justin Jefferson had 3 catches on there as well. So that's what you got from the stat box. But again, the most important stat is 19-3. LSU wins the game. LSU goes yet another game without allowing a touchdown in the first quarter. LSU wins another home game played in Tiger Stadium in the month of October. And, of course, the next one will be November 3 against Alabama. As I mentioned, Alabama cruised to a victory today as they put it all over Tennessee in Knoxville. 58-21 your final there, so Alabama does get the win. Also want to give props out to Coach Dawson Odoms and the Southern Jaguars. They win 21-7 over in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl against Texas Southern. Before we go to break, let me remind you about scoreboards. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Baton Rouge, just to the east of Coursey and Airline. Sunday, that's tomorrow. And if you're watching the replay Sunday morning, it's happening at 11 a.m. Sunday. Tailgate and barbecue. All you can eat. Kids are welcome. Family. Chicken, sausage, ribs, potato salad, beans, rolls. The rest of the menu is available. Maybe you're not a barbecue person, but it's all you can eat barbecue. I'm going to tell you right now, the brisket po' boy is outstanding. The chicken and fettuccine, outstanding. Catfish Italiano. I could go on and on, but you just need to go to Scoreboards. The menu is posted on Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's a great way to keep up with Scoreboards. Sunday, you've got all you can eat tailgate and barbecue starting at 11 a.m. Tuesday, 12 noon, sports update with Kate. Come out there and watch the taping of that television show. 3 o'clock on Tuesday, it's the Roger Kadar Show, hosted by Clarence Buggs. Also, Wednesday evening, Tigers Roar with Jordy Holberg and myself. And then we got plenty more stuff coming in. There's going to be some stuff from the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. Got a sportscaster contest, a steak night. And look, the plans are in the works right now for huge events in the days before and the day of that LSU-Alabama game. This is going to be the biggest game in Baton Rouge in quite some time and maybe one of the biggest ever. And if LSU can find a way to win, it will be the biggest ever, right? So anyway, all of those plans will be coming. You can hear it on the radio, hear it on TV. And again, connect on social media. You can connect on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Lots of information going out right there. All right, we're going to come back. Phone calls, 225-928-4910. Give us a holler or send a text message. And we got a couple of them we'll get to after this break. Text message line is area code 504-689-9246. Again, Buddy Sanji's okay. He's just away from the desk tonight. I'm Tommy Krysan, and you are watching the Pelican Sports Postgame Show on Pelican Sports TV. You're watching and listening on Facebook Live on the Pelican Broadcasting page, and, of course, CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. We'll be back. Stay with us.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. back. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
The Acord Eye Clinic has moved to a new office, just minutes from the old office at 8280 YMCA Plaza Drive, Building 9. Dr. Shonda Acord and her staff welcome patients of all ages, including children and adults. They have a wide variety of frames and sunglasses, including Maui Jim. The Acord Eye Clinic features modern instruments and state-of-the-art technology, including digital retinal scanning with Optomap, hard-to-fit contact lenses, as well as professional care and service. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Call for an appointment, 225-767-EYES, and visit the website, visionsource-br.com. The Acord Eye Clinic looks forward to seeing you.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
We continue with the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. Tigers win 19-3. For those of you just joined us, Buddy Sanji's okay, just had something come up and he could not be behind a desk tonight, but Buddy is okay. So just wanted to keep you posted on that. I'm getting some messages and some texts. Let's phone number 225-928-4910. Text message line, we'll get to some of those comments. That's area code 504-689-9246. Let's go to Paul in Shreveport. Paul, you're on the Pelican Sports Game Show. Good evening.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I'm sorry to hear about Buddy not being there.
It's okay. He'll be all right.
All right. Hey, man, I was at the game. It was a great game. Defensive team was doing great there. Tell me about Devin White. Was that actually a head-to-head hit, or what was going on?
It appeared that his hands hit the chest area of Fitzgerald first, but then there was contact with his helmet and the face mask helmet area of Fitzgerald. Not vicious contact, not like a crushing blow, but there was contact, and that's when the flag came out. Of course, they review those targeting calls. I thought it was one that you could review and say, okay, there was no intent here. He didn't lower his head and pile into the other guy. Lots of times, helmet to helmet's not called, especially when an offensive player hits a defensive player. But upon review, they upheld the fact that it was targeting, which meant Devin White was ejected for the remainder of that game. This happened in the second half which means he, by rule, will sit out in the first half of the Alabama game, and that's costly for LSU. Very, very costly. And it's my understanding, Paul, there's no appeal process. Like, they can't call the SEC office on Monday and say, hey, we gotta take a look at that again and see if we can play Devin White. I don't think that can happen. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite sure. We're going to be joined by Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com from Tiger Stadium in less than 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure Brian will have a definitive answer to that question. But go ahead, Paul.
Hey, DK, I thought I heard something about Alabama had a player suspended for their second half.
They had a player, that defensive lineman that threw the punches against Missouri. Nick Saban suspended him for the first half, not the SEC, which is mind-boggling because that was on film as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, this game's over. We're going into 2 weeks from now. This stadium is going to be rocking, and I bet you there'll be 20,000 outside of the
well, it's going to be the biggest actual crowd. I mean, Georgia was very, very, very crowded. This will be something else. I mean, enjoy it. I say that to everyone. Enjoy it because it's going to be, because Ohio State's getting whipped. They're down right now.
Yeah, we're watching that, 35-20, I believe.
By Purdue, of all people. So, therefore, I think, LSU's going to be 2, 3, or 4. And with their resume, I think they should be number 2. But that's just my opinion. I do not have a vote in the AP poll.
All right, give it to me. What's the point spread right now?
I think 13-14 Bama. Other people are better at that than I, but I think 13-14. And even though technically that line doesn't come out till next Sunday, week from tomorrow, there may be a line come out somehow. And, of course, as you know, I got Dave Scandaliato, who does a radio show with us on CBS Sports Radio from Las Vegas. I will be texting Dave tomorrow, see if he can't undercover some line with both teams having the open date next week. I don't know the answer to that either. I think you got to wait till next Sunday. I think we also have to wait till Monday when we'll get confirmation as to whether or not it's a night game in Tiger Stadium on CBS on November 3. I anticipate that, but we'll wait for confirmation.
Oh, I have no doubt it will be the number 1 and number 3 team in the country. CBS, 7 o'clock.
There are going to be a lot of people at that one. There may be 200,000 people on the campus that day and that night.
Oh, it will be.
And there's going to be a huge blowout at scoreboards that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Heck, that Wednesday night's Halloween. So do your trick-or-treating, wear your costume, and then get ready for a blowout at scoreboards Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'll dress up like an SEC official.
I think there's going to be a lot of that. I
saw some Ray Charles glasses on that one. Hey, give me the score. LSU, Alabama.
Oh, man, it's kind of early for that, huh? I need some time to sort that out, Paul.
Projecting it. Come on, man. Speak up.
Oh, man, I need some time to sort that out.
Oh, no, come on. Lay it on the line. What you got?
Oh, boy, you're putting the heat on me. I think Alabama, right now, I think Bama's going to win that game. I think it'll be a lot closer than some people think.
I think it's going to be a dog fight.
And I reserve the right to change my mind.
Hey, y'all have a great show, and we'll be talking soon, okay?
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it.
Hey, go Tigers.
Thank you. Appreciate Paul. Let's hit a couple of text messages here. Purdue is walking the dog now all over Ohio State, who will fall out of the 2 spot, obviously. Purdue wasn't even ranked, so who knows what happens to State. Karma's a pretty good thing. I'll just throw that in there. Revenge, okay. Here's another text message. Take the red zone interception, turn touchdown away. It's 12-3. Field goals. Drop balls are a big problem. Yeah, okay. I can go with that. Did I miss game stats? I can rip back through them real quick like. Let me refresh this page. The team stats. Mississippi State had more offense than LSU, 260 to 239. LSU had more passing yards, 129 to 59. Rushing yardage, Mississippi State with a deciding advantage, 201 to 110. Both teams had 5 penalties. LSU had 3 penalties for 45 yards on 1 play. State turned it over 4 times with 4 INTs. LSU 1 INT from Burrow. I believe that's his first of the year. And then time of possession, slight edge for LSU. I think the rain hampered the game plan where there's some questionable play calls. Yeah, 1 or 2, but, you know, that's going to happen. SEC offices in Birmingham say no more. All right, hey, it is what it is. That's all we can say about that. What we can say is we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going live and direct to Tiger Stadium. We're going to visit with Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com, and we will see if Brian has a 100% answer on the appeal. We don't think you can appeal the targeting call against Devin White. We will find out for sure right after this pause. You're watching the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. I'm Tommy Chrysan. Buddy Sanji's okay, just away from the desk tonight. Stay with us. We've got plenty more.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
We continue with the Pelican Sports Postgame Show. Tigers win 19-3. That's the final. They take down Mississippi State at Tiger Stadium. Right now, we go over to Tiger Stadium and visit with Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com. Brian, good evening. How are you?
Doing good, Tommy. How you doing tonight?
Let's start off with the Devin White targeting call. You and I were kind of chatting about it. Some of the folks on Facebook Live may have heard it, but there is no appeal process to try to get that call overturned. There's no rule in place for that. Your view of that call, and then walk that right into comments made by Coach Orgeron.
Well, look, I thought it was pretty close. You know, the replay I've seen, you know, look, there's different parts to the targeting rule. First of all, you can't lunge at the quarterback, you know, leave your feet. I couldn't tell on the replay, the shot I had, whether his feet were off the ground. I mean, he certainly jumped towards the quarterback. Were his feet off the ground? I couldn't tell. Did his helmet hit Fitzgerald's helmet? Face mask to face mask? Could have been, you know, could have been. Another part of the targeting call is your hands cannot go to the neck area. Well, when he pushed Fitzgerald, did he push him like above the chest plate, or did he push him in the neck area? As again, the view I had was from behind White, so that's pretty hard to tell. So it was certainly a close call. Tommy, really, what I think drew the flag was how Fitzgerald fell back.
Okay.
He fell back like he really got hit. And then when you look at the replay, it looks like, man, it didn't really look like he hit him that hard. But when I saw it live, you say, man, he really took a lick there. So I think the way Fitzgerald went down also had an impact in the ref throwing the flag.
Yeah, and here's part of the way I look at that too, okay? I'm okay with the ref throwing his flag on what he thinks he saw, okay? But then you go to replay review, and they're supposed to determine whether it's a correct call or not, kind of like the Altuve hit in the American League Championship Series. I mean, the ump made a call. He's got to do the best he can, make a call, and then you go to replay for it. And in this case, replay upheld the targeting call, and Devin White's got the consequences that are laid out by rule.
Right. I mean, and they confirmed the call. You know, they said, yes, we agree that's targeting. So now he was ejected, and he can't play the first half of the Alabama game. Look, Ed Orgeron in his post-game press conferences, he really hasn't seen the play yet. You know, he says, look, a call is a call, and we can't worry about it. He can't play the first week of the first half of the Alabama game. We got to get somebody else ready. He said that, look, the rule's pretty simple. You can't lead with your head, you know, is the first thing is what he mentioned. But if you read the rule, you know, there's all kinds of different parts to it. Like I said, you can't leave your feet. You can't, your hands can't hit a defenseless player. And the quarterback, after he throws the ball, is considered a defenseless player. You can't hit him in the head or the neck area. So it's a close call, very, very close call from what I've seen here.
What other comments did Coach Orgeron make after the game?
Well, you know, he said obviously they struggle in offense. So he mentioned that, you know, Simmons and Sweat, State's two defensive linemen. He said they're as good as two defensive linemen as he's seen. He said they did move the ball better on the ground in the second half, which they did. You know, the offense was a little bit better after halftime. And he said the defense was outstanding. And Tommy, you know what happened in the game tonight? Once LSU, it's 7-3. They kicked the field goal in the last play of the first half to make it 10-3. They come out after halftime and drive to kick a field goal and make it 13-3. Now they got a double-digit lead. And look, as long as they didn't make a mistake, Mississippi State wasn't scoring 10 points.
Right.
That was one of the worst passing performances I've ever seen by a quarterback. So LSU, when they would get the ball in state territory, it's almost like, well, let's just play for field goals to keep adding on to the lead. And they tacked on 2 more field goals after that to go up 19-3. So they moved the ball. They did move the ball a little bit better after halftime. The defense was in control all the way. You know, they intercepted Fitzgerald 4 times. And, you know, that was, you know, Ed said he said this is a tired football team right now. They've been pushing it for 8 weeks. Did they play perfect tonight? No, they didn't play anywhere near their best. He said, I thought we moved the ball better, but 19 points was enough for us tonight.
Yeah, and again, they didn't play perfect. I agree. They looked a little tired, but they were able to get the win. That was the number one objective, and they went out and got it. And I made an error earlier. I thought it was Burrow's first interception. It was not. He had some against Florida. Were there any injuries to be reported or discussed, Brian?
No. Nobody got hurt tonight. I mean, the
That's good.
Personnel change, he benched Austin Deculus in the third quarter and replaced him with Adrian McGee, but that was for performance. And I don't think, there was no other injury tonight for LSU.
Now, Rashard Lawrence lined up off sides on a 4th and short. State.
They kept him out a long time.
I know he came out, and I know the camera caught Coach O. He wasn't real happy about it. I don't know that he went back in, but then Harrell, 92, went in after him. He lined up off sides a couple times, didn't draw a flag. I mean, got to clean that up, huh?
Yeah. Lawrence went back in for, I know, a couple of plays in the fourth quarter. So he did go back in. They got some plays out of Tyler Shelvin tonight. You know, he got a few snaps in. You know, they certainly had to, with no Breed and Fehoko, they had to give a breather to, Ed Alexander at nose tackle. And Shelvin got some plays tonight. I think they even lined up Len Logan a couple times at the nose, but Shelvin probably got a dozen to 15 plays in tonight at nose tackle.
Did Coach O say anything about the 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on top of Devin White, which was a 45-yard penalty? They only had 53 yards of penalties all night, 45 of them on 1 step off.
Yeah, he said that was totally out of whack. He said he was disgusted with that. And you know what it is? That's the NFL. You know, all these NFL teams now, when they make big plays, they take the fake pictures and things like that, which is allowable in the NFL, but it's not allowable in college because college considers that as taunting.
Any other observations from the game, Brian?
Look, I just can't get over how bad Nick Fitzgerald was throwing the football tonight. I mean, you almost look at a guy and say, well, there's something wrong with his arm. I mean, he was totally inaccurate.
Well, he completed 8 passes to Bulldogs and 4 to Tigers.
Yeah. And you look and say, boy, how much does a coaching change mean there? Because State's got most of its offense back, and they lost receivers. So that may be an issue, but that just shows you what happens when you have a coaching change, and particularly, when you change your offensive coaches. Mullen called the offense. Now you have Joe Moorhead coming in calling the offense, and sometimes the new guy wants to do things a little bit differently, and it doesn't click with the personnel that you have.
Brian, tell us all about TigerBait.com. A very busy time with the hardwood starting with Coach Will Wade's team and fall baseball and obviously football recruiting and football stuff. Tell us all about TigerBait.com.
www.tigerbait.com. Get on the site right now. There's plenty in the chat room talking about this game. There'll be an analysis up. There'll be interviews. There'll be a podcast talking about the game tonight. So plenty of things. Get to the site right now.
Brian, thank you so much.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, that's Brian Lazar of TigerBait.com. He's been holding. We appreciate that. Let's go to Bob in Marrero, Louisiana. Bob, you're on the postgame show.
Oh, enjoy the show, Tommy. I have a question. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it. On the 45-yard penalty play, when they called two unsportsmanlike conduct calls for 30 yards, what if there would have been 4 or 5 dancing together? Would it have been a 60 or 75-yard penalty? I mean, I've never seen that before.
That's a good question. The highlight clip I saw, they were both, being theatrical. One was taking a picture and doing a dance, all this. So I guess they penalized 2. But you bring up a good question, good point. What if 5 of them would have done something kind of like
right? If
some of these NFL
a dance or something, would it have been a 75-yard penalty?
I think you've hit a nail on the head. I think we're gonna hear something from the SEC that should have been 1 15-yard penalty.
I agree. I've never seen that before, Cole.
And I just pulled that out the top of my head after hearing your statement there, Bob, because you make a great point. If that had been 5 or one other guy walks in there, they're gonna go 45, they're gonna go 60, 75. Obviously, I can do multiples of 15 there, but that's a good point. But Coach Orgeron, as Brian just said, was not happy about that. And I hope he says, guys, that stuff can't happen. We're going to be a championship team. We can't do that stuff.
Exactly. I agree, but still, I've never seen that call like that.
I agree with you 100%. Great point.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tommy. Enjoying the show.
Appreciate it, Bob. We're going to take a break. When we come back to Tiger Stadium, Ronnie Rance has been in the locker room. We'll get his report as he does each and every week on the postgame show. Ronnie's up next. 19-3, Tigers beat the Bulldogs. Open date next week, Alabama on November 3. The kickoff time will be announced this coming Monday. We're back after this pause. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an Immajoy blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Attention. Do you have chronic back pain, knee pain, or arthritis? If you have Medicare or private insurance like Aetna, United Healthcare, Humana, or Blue Cross, you may qualify for a safe, drug-free remedy for your everyday back and knee pain. But you must call now. The call and consultation are free, and you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back or knee brace at little or no cost to you. These pain relief braces are ideal for back pain, arthritis, sciatica, leg pain, knee pain, and other painful conditions that make life difficult. Don't suffer needlessly. Our associates will work directly with Medicare or your insurance company for free. Your knee or back brace will be delivered directly to your door. Imagine playing with your grandkids or enjoying tennis or golf again. Call the National Knee and Back Brace Center to qualify for your Medicare or insurance-covered knee or back brace.
Call 800-560-3392, 800-560-3392.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change, such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare. getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For Total Pest Control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
Continue with the Pelican Sports Post-Game Show. Tigers win 19-3. It's a final. It's over at Tiger Stadium. Right now we head over to Tiger Stadium to talk to Ronnie Rance, Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation. Ronnie, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tommy.
Everybody talking about the Devin White targeting call. I know you were in the locker room, and as you suspected, the players would probably said, "Hey, don't talk about that. We were going to move forward." But you did talk to Cole Tracy, the field goal kicking machine. What did he have to say?
I'm trying to see if this guy has a pulse, Tommy. I mean, he is as cool as the other side of the pillow, as Stuart Scott used to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked him. I said, obviously this guy was an award-winning kicker at a lesser division, and I said, does this year feel any different than in years past or in seasons past? Because it seems like you're in the zone. And he said, not really. He said, this is the kind of season is matching up kind of similar to what I did a year ago. And, man, this guy is kicking with supreme confidence. I mean, it's just automatic. I mean, really, you don't even question it from 45 in. And he has been so valuable because it's an LSU offense that's obviously struggled to punch it in from the red zone the last few weeks. But every time they go down the field, particularly in the second half, they were able to get points, which, pressure breaks, pipes, and, it just piles it on one after the other. He's been invaluable.
Well, like I heard Doug Morrow say when I was in transit here, 3 is not as good as 7, but it's better than 0.
Well, and Ogeron made the comment, he was asked at the press conference, how is this team different than a year ago? And he said, absolutely. He said, we got a different offensive coordinator. He said, we've got a different chemistry with our coaching staff. We got a different kicker, a different quarterback. He said, this is a very different team than the one that got just pummeled, a year ago up in Starkville.
What are some of the other players you were able to visit with, and what did they have to say about the win over Mississippi State?
Talked to Joe Burrow. He blamed the first half problem solely on himself. He said he played about as poor as he's ever played in the first half of the ball game, and they didn't really make any major adjustments at halftime. He just told the team, hey, look, first half's on me, and he played a lot better in that second half, made better decisions, was more accurate throwing the football. And he said, look, next man up. I asked everybody about Devin White. None of them really had anything earth-shattering to say other than they just believe that with 2 weeks, to go before that game, that Dave Aranda will get whoever's going to be the backup, coached up, and ready to go at least for a half until Devin White comes back. I also talked to Christian Fulton, who had an interception and got taken off of the board because of that Devin White, controversial target and penalty. I also asked him, tell me about the photography deal there at the end. You think you were in the NFL? And that just, I said, what did Coach O have to say? He said, don't do that again. And Coach O did say in the press conference as well that he didn't know where that came from. That's not this team, that they will absolutely coach up their team, and there'll be some consequences for those guys, taking that photo and turning what looked like an interception into a 45-yard penalty to help the Bulldogs.
You know, Ronnie, a caller a few minutes ago made a great point, okay? They called, 15 yards was on Devin White, okay? Then they put 15 on both Fulton and, was it Battle, whoever else was over there?
Yeah, I don't remember who the photographer
Okay,
was.
but shouldn't that have just been 115? So are the refs saying if 5 guys would have celebrated, it would have been a 75-yard penalty?
I mean, that's what they're saying, right? I mean,
I think we're going to hear from the SEC office that should have only been 15.
It doesn't make any sense, Tommy, because, if the whole team would have gone in the end zone to celebrate, that's it? You give them a touchdown? I mean, what would you do? I mean,
yeah, we'll give the other team 6 points, huh? Hey, Ronnie, I know I want you to tell us about Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, and a special event coming up in Metairie on November 5.
Sports Shorts Radio and TV. Follow us on Facebook, and, of course, Sports Shorts Radio, 10 to noon on ESPN Radio 104.5 in Baton Rouge, and Sports Shorts TV right here in Pelican, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. Check it out. We'll have a fun show for you. And, you're right, Tommy. Coming up November 5th, Monday, November 5th, 2 weeks from this coming Monday, then the Monday after the LSU-Alabama game, we've got an evening with David Toms and Bob Pettit, 2 Louisiana legends, 2 LSU legends. It'll be at Metairie Country Club. It's a benefit for Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation. It's a once-in-a-lifetime evening. For more info, go to lasportshall.com to find out how you can get tickets.
Hey, Ronnie, we appreciate it. Thank you as always.
All right, thank you, CK.
All right, we're going to take our final break of the night. We'll come back, tell you about all the great things happening at scoreboards in the coming weeks, including a big blowout that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that Alabama matchup with LSU, which is going to be 1 versus, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3, maybe 2. We'll see. Ohio State got whipped tonight, so LSU has a chance to move up. No question about that. Those polls will come out tomorrow afternoon. Back to tell you all about scoreboards. Tigers win 19-3. Stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creole Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
As seen at scoreboards, the LA Dodgers beat Milwaukee tonight, Game 7. World Series starts Tuesday night in Boston. It's the Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 on Tuesday night. It'll be on the TV at scoreboards. Tomorrow, Sunday, starting at 11 a.m., all-you-can-eat tailgate and barbecue. Chicken, sausage, ribs, potato salad, beans. Got a kids menu. The rest of the menu is available. The menu is posted on Facebook at the scoreboards page. TV shows being taped on Tuesday. Sports Update with Kate at 12 noon. The Roger Kadar Show at 3 p.m. Tigers Roar Wednesday evening. Plan is to have the post-game show over there after the LSU-Bama game on November 3. Lots of things being planned for that game. In that week, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pep rallies to get you ready. And starting Monday, an express lunch menu, get you in and out of there with some really good food at a really reasonable price. Best way to keep up with scoreboards, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're posting everything there, and you can communicate with us there. Again, the menu is posted on the Facebook page for scoreboards. Once again, before we roll out of here, Buddy Sanji is okay. He just had something come up and he couldn't join us on the desk tonight. Don't worry about it. Buddy is okay. Want to thank Brian Lazar, TigerBait.com, for his report from Tiger Stadium, as well as Ronnie Rance, Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation. Got that big event in Metairie on November 5. Go to the Sports Hall of Fame, lasportshall.com event page for more information on that. Appreciate the callers, the text messages, the people on TV, radio, and of course those of you on Facebook Live that took time to check it all out as well. Once again, LSU is now 7-1. They're 19-3 victory over Mississippi State. 2 weeks. Got an open date, and then the Crimson Tide comes to town. It's going to be fun. On behalf of everybody at Pelican, thank you for watching the Postgame Show. Talk to you again in 2 weeks.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.